Hey everyone, it's TonedPepper here with TonedPepper. Today I want to talk to you about the best early postpartum exercises. You can start these between 6 to 8 weeks, but you should always check with your doctor first. You don't want to start anything that your body isn't ready for. These can be done without doming or bulging your stomach or putting pressure on your belly. Some of the exercise, I'm going to cover them first, and these go along the lines with figuring out if you have diastasis recti as well. There's the diaphragmatic breathing exercises, which is your deep belly breathing, which is also the abdominal bracing that I've been telling you guys about over the past couple of weeks. And all you want to do for that one is lie on your back, knees bent, inhale deeply, let your belly rise, and then exhale. And while exhaling, draw your navel towards your spine. If you remember me saying belly button towards your spine, this exercise helps you with that. And this is engaging your inner core and helping with deep belly breathing. And it strengthens deep core muscles like your transverse abdominal muscle or transverse abdominis. And it helps reestablish coordination. So that's the first one, is your diaphragmatic breathing. Your second is your pelvic floor exercises, the Kegels. You want to contract your pelvic floor muscles as if you're like stopping mid-urine, midstream, So you want to hold for 3 to 5 seconds, release, and then repeat 5 to 10 times. This helps build your bladder control and core support, which is really important for us, especially after having children. You need to rebuild your pelvic floor. Next is your heel slides or marching in place. We've done this before as well. This is the heel slides where you just lay on your back and slide your legs back and forth, okay? While you're doing that, you want to engage your core, belly button to your spine, just like your diaphragmatic breathing, and it's going to help you reconnect with your abs safely. Next is bridges. So bridges are where you lay on your back, knees bent, and then you lift your butt up off the floor, engaging your core, and you hold it and then go back down. And those will strengthen your glutes and your core without stressing on your abs. And then there's actually 5 exercises I said 4 earlier. The 5th one is just gentle walking. Gentle walking just promotes circulation and mood stabilization, which is important postpartum for those mamas who might be dealing with postpartum depression. But walking in general is good. Just get out there and walk in the morning. You can walk around with your baby in a stroller. That's one of the easiest exercises you can do in the very beginning. If you have diastasis recti or abdominal separation, you want to avoid a couple of exercises, which are crunches, sit-ups, planks, push-ups, and leg lifts. Now, if you just had a baby, you don't want to be doing any of those things anyway, so just make sure you stay clear of those, because those are going to create doming, like ridge-like prostration along the midline of your belly, and you don't want to have that up there. You also want to avoid heavy twisting and motions or like back bends. Some better alternatives are your transverse abdominis activation, which is gentle core wrapping, kind of like your breathing exercises as well. It kind of plays in with that. So it's just using your core wraps, exhale, and draw your belly in, and then you hold it. Same thing as abdominal bracing. There's a lot of different terms for it. Pelvic tilts, modified side planks on knees, and then standing core compressions. Those are some other alternatives you can do. Now, if you're unsure if you have stomach separation, which I didn't know I did for the longest time, found out too late, and I already had hernia, umbilical hernia, and I have another hernia above it, but I had to have surgery for the one because it would just protrude out, and it was kind of painful. So if you catch this early on, I suggest that, because you don't want to have to go through having surgery and then putting you under. So some of the ways to figure out if you have diastasis recti are actually one of the ways you can find out if you have diastasis recti is lying on your back, knees bent, place your fingers just above your belly button, gently lift your head and your shoulders off the ground. If you find a gap that's about 2 finger widths apart, you may have diastasis recti. I am not a doctor. I can't tell you that you have it, but if you do these things and you feel that, then you can go talk to your doctor. You can go see a pelvic floor physical therapist as well, or a postpartum specialist to evaluate and give you customized guidance as well. Some key principles to focus on for safe recovery. After having a baby, you want to focus on function before fitness. You want to make sure that you are able to breathe deeply without pain. Go on walks without pain. You don't want to be out there stressing your body out before your body is ready for you to actually rebuild. But you want to rebuild and control alignment before intensity. Okay, so don't go out there and think that you can go running right away. Just start with gentle walks. Avoid pain, bulging, or pulling sensations. Make sure that if you do feel pain, you stop. Okay, and listen to your body. If your body's fatigued, you can see the cues, you feel the cue, like, oh no, I don't think I should keep doing that. Then stop, don't do it. Overextension can worsen separation of your stomach or your pelvic floor pressure, but it can also worsen your recovery from having a baby. But when you do start and you do feel comfortable, consistency is key. Now, even if it's only 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day, between 5 and 10 minutes daily, it is better than long, irregular exercises or workouts. So if you want to jump on a video, I have several videos that are 3 minutes long, and I'm going to be creating more of those. I'm going to do a couple 5-minute videos. 8-minute videos is my go-to, and I'll do some longer versions as well later on. But if you could stick to 5 minutes of breathing a day, like I've mentioned before, I actually started with 3 minutes of breathing a day. I'd recommend that first with your abdominal bracing. And then also it would be really good if you start doing 3 minutes of Kegels a day. And that doesn't have to be all at the same time. You can do it while you're driving, while you're standing in line at the store. So many different times that you can do that, okay? And I hope these exercises help you out. Thank you for joining me today. We talked about postpartum recovery and diastasis recti recovery, but something to look out for after having a baby. I didn't know I had it, and because of that, I had to have surgery. Not surgery straight on my spine, but I had to have surgery. See it right there. And if you let it go too long, sometimes it doesn't come back together. Now, I'm still working on getting mine back together, and I have my youngest is 11 years old, so mine might not ever come back together. And I found it a little late. I think he was about 6 years old when I found out. But I work with it. My stomach isn't as flat as it used to be, but hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do and work with what you have. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again in the future. And if you like my videos, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for joining.